When Akinyi Abala and Benjamin Taylor first appeared on 90 Day Fiancé, before the 90 Days Season 3, few could have imagined the incredible journey that lay ahead of them. Their love story was anything but conventional, a deeply religious American man traveling halfway across the globe to Kenya to meet a woman he had fallen for online. It was a clash of cultures, families, expectations, and yet, from the beginning, viewers could see that beneath the awkward first meetings and cultural misunderstandings, a genuine bond was forming between them. Now, several years later, the couple have weathered more storms than most. From the bride price negotiations in Nairobi to struggles with infertility, financial stress, and adjusting to life in the United States, Akinyi and Benjamin have proven that love, when rooted in faith and mutual respect, can indeed conquer all. But nothing could prepare them for the heartbreak they faced in July 2025, when Akinyi's beloved mother passed away in Kenya. The news shook Akinyi to her core, and as she shared later on Instagram, "Not the way I thought my journey back to Kenya was going to be, but we came to send my mom off." Her words spoke volumes. The grief of losing a parent is universal, but returning to your childhood home under such circumstances is especially poignant. Saying goodbye. In the days that followed, Akinyi posted several tender photos of her family members gathered around her, holding her baby daughter, born just months earlier in February, and comforting her. "We've cried a lot, but we've also had little moments of laughter and being there for each other," she wrote. Her daughter, whose name the couple has chosen to keep private for now, was one small bright light amid the darkness. Akinyi expressed gratitude that her mother at least lived long enough to know of her granddaughter, and even though they did not meet in person until the funeral trip, she felt a deep connection bridging generations. For Benjamin, too, the trip was a revelation. His first visit to Kenya years ago had been stressful and awkward, marked by the pressure of winning over Akinyi's family, paying the bride price, and learning the intricacies of her culture. This time, though, was different. Though sad, the trip gave him a chance to show his wife how much he had learned and grown. He stood by her side, comforted her through waves of grief, and quietly supported her family. Akinyi acknowledged this in her Instagram tribute to him. "Benjamin has been my rock through all of this. He never left my side and made sure I never felt alone, even in my darkest moments." A woman of strength, Akinyi has always been a fan favorite among 90 Day Fiancé viewers for her honesty and strength of character. Even from her earliest episodes, it was clear that she was no pushover. She made it clear to Benjamin, and to millions watching at home, that respecting her culture and family was non-negotiable. It was not just about love for her, it was about values, community, and doing things the right way. That moral compass is what attracted Benjamin to her in the first place. Over the years, Akinyi has remained that same steadfast woman, even as she adapted to life in America, faced fertility struggles, and navigated life under the sometimes harsh spotlight of reality TV. Motherhood, too, has brought out another dimension of her character. The joy she radiated when she announced the birth of her daughter in February was infectious, and she has continued to share glimpses of her parenting journey with her followers, inspiring many with her humility and faith. The importance of home. What struck many fans about Akinyi and Benjamin's trip to Kenya was how much it seemed to awaken something in them both. While Benjamin had always respected his wife's roots, living day to day in Arizona had distanced them from the culture and family ties that are so important to Akinyi. Now, seeing her surrounded by her relatives, watching her light up when speaking Swahili and moving through the streets of Nairobi with confidence and familiarity, Benjamin seemed to realize that a part of his wife's heart had always remained in Kenya. It's no wonder, then, that many are speculating, and even hoping, that the couple might decide to extend their stay in Kenya, or even move there permanently. Why staying in Kenya could be good for them. For Akinyi, being closer to her family, especially in the wake of her mother's passing, could provide a much-needed sense of connection and belonging. Kenya is where her story began, where her daughter can learn about her heritage firsthand, and where Akinyi herself can heal surrounded by familiar sights, smells, and sounds. For Benjamin, it would be a chance to truly immerse himself in his wife's culture, to become more than just a visitor or an outsider. By living there, even temporarily, he could show Akanyi's family that he is not just a foreign husband, but a son-in-law willing to embrace their way of life. And for the daughter, it would mean growing up bicultural, learning to move between two worlds with ease, much like her parents have learned to do in their marriage. In contrast, fellow 90-Day Fiancé couple David Toborowski and Annie Suan have already chosen to spend extended periods in Thailand, even deciding to have the daughter born there so she could have dual citizenship. That decision has brought them closer as a family and given Annie the chance to raise her daughter steeped in her own culture. Akanyi and Benjamin might find similar peace and growth by staying longer in Kenya. A new chapter. Of course, leaving behind their life in the United States would not be an easy decision. They have built a home in Arizona, established friendships, and created a sense of stability there. Uprooting everything would require careful thought and planning. But life has a way of shifting priorities, and the death of a parent often forces people to reevaluate what really matters. For Akanyi, it's clear that family and heritage are paramount. And with a husband as loving and supportive as Benjamin, it seems likely that he would be willing to make sacrifices to ensure his wife and daughter feel connected to their roots. Whether they choose to stay in Kenya for months, years, or even permanently, one thing is certain: Akanyi and Benjamin's marriage is stronger than ever. They have already proven that they can weather life's storms together. And now, as they walk through this new season of grief and self-discovery, they do so hand in hand, with faith in each other and in God. Fans support. One of the most heartwarming aspects of Akanyi's recent posts has been the outpouring of love from her fans. Since leaving the 90-Day Fiancé franchise, she has maintained a modest but loyal following on social media, and the comments on her posts have been filled with condolences, prayers, and words of encouragement. Akanyi has said in the past that those messages of positivity give her strength on hard days, and no doubt they have been a source of comfort during this painful time. Even though she is no longer a regular on television, fans remain invested in her story, cheering her on as she continues to grow as a woman, wife, and mother. Moving forward, as they lay Akanyi's mother to rest and begin to think about what comes next, Akanyi and Benjamin face an open road ahead of them. Will they return to Arizona soon, picking up their American life where they left off? Or will they decide to stay in Kenya longer, giving the daughter a chance to experience life among her maternal family? Only time will tell, but if their past has shown us anything, it's that they will make the choice together, with love and faith guiding them. In her most recent post, Akanyi summed up her feelings with quiet grace: "We don't know what the future holds, but we know who holds our future. God has been faithful through every trial, and He will continue to carry us through." And perhaps that is the greatest lesson of all, that no matter where life takes them, whether in America or Kenya, Akanyi and Benjamin will always find their way as long as they walk together. For the daughter, for their marriage, and for the memory of Akanyi's beloved mother, they continue to build a life rooted in love, respect, and hope.